We need them for surviving, but the extras, the luxurious, doesn't help us to explain who we are. Religious diversity is not a danger for social cohesion. I think to the contrary, plurality is a richness. Still, science cannot explain who we are, why we are on this world, what is our task. Well, I think we always had ages of materialism during humankind, but in a way there is a kind of opposition. Religion by some people is taken to be something backward, which we need not anymore because we are so well off regarding material wealth, which is totally wrong, I mean, it's still materials themselves, they don't give us values. I mean, we need them for surviving, but the extras, the luxurious, doesn't help us to explain who we are, what should we do. So religion is a kind of guidance for us, which we should maintain in our world. I think the broadest misconception is the idea that Islam is linked to extremism, to violence, to backwardness. Sorry to repeat these kind of prejudices. I mean, as in all religions, we have extremists who abuse religion. But the misunderstanding is indeed that some people in Western countries would take this extremism as the whole. Whereas to the opposite, Islam is such a rich culture, such a profound religion, which such a rich diversity and intellectual strength. So I think it's the task of all of us to work on these misunderstandings and give a proper interpretation of Islam. Well, it depends very much on the personalities. I think we have one advantage in large parts of the world. People are not forced anymore into religion in the sense that you have to obey to some commands. You can do that willingly, by your own will, and I think this is the richness. If I'm seeking God, I can do it on my own will, in my own ways, and this is still the meaning of religion today. It gives me a path to explain who I am, why I am there, what is my responsibility in this world, so religion can give answers to that. Well, I think science can explain us quite a lot, and we shouldn't be afraid of some things which in the past we couldn't explain, how some natural phenomena occurred, and we thought this is the punishment of some gods or whatever. I think we can abandon these ideas, but still science cannot explain who we are, why we are on this world, what is our task. So we still have to derive that from ethical, from religious or other sets of norms. Science is helpful for understanding the world, but it cannot explain the world. I think we have to have a good combination of individual interests and social cohesion. But I think indeed, looking on the individuum, let us honestly speak about human dignity, because we are all individuals first. And it is good if we can decide in which kind of setting we want to live. So I think it makes a lot of sense that we are not forced into a certain kind of belief, for example, only because of others wanting us to have this belief. But still, I think it's more valuable to have the nia, to have their own intention to be a part of this community than to be forced into it. Because before God, as I learned, it's only the nia which counts. And the nia can only be given by the individual. So the individual to be being in the center makes quite a lot of sense here. I think in principle religious diversity is not a danger for social cohesion. I think to the contrary, plurality is a richness. I mean, extremism is not, of course, but if you have various religions or beliefs, I think everyone can learn from each other. This is the experience of my country, for example. We have a broad space of religious diversity, and we have a Muslim population which is so diverse. People coming from all over the world, Sunnis, Shi'is, Ahmadis. For the first time, they are talking to each other. They get to know each other. The same goes for Christians, for atheists, for everyone. So I think this kind of pluralism indeed enables us to reflect our own position. So the position of the others can be a mirror for ourselves. So in this mirror we can see ourselves and think, who are we and where do we draw our convictions from? And we can enter into a peaceful exchange of minds. We can still stick to our religion and our convictions, but we can learn to peacefully deal with the differences and the different opinions.